Okay, so have you ever wondered why some creative projects just take off while others seem doomed from the start? Well, a lot of the time, the secret weapon is one single document, the creative brief. Today, we're going to break this thing down and figure out how to write one that keeps your projects on track and your teams totally in sync.
Come on, let's be real for a second. Have you ever been part of a project that started with all this amazing energy, but then just spiraled into total confusion? Yeah, I think we've all been there.
Oh, yeah, you know the drill. The finish line keeps moving. The people in charge all seem to want different things. And the final product? Well, let's just say it wasn't exactly what anyone had in mind. It's a super frustrating story, but here's the good news. It doesn't have to be your story.
What if I told you there's a simple, powerful tool that can stop all that chaos before it even gets started? A single source of truth that just gets everyone rowing in the same direction. All right, this is where we start to fight back. Let's talk about finding your project's North Star, that one guiding light that's going to lead your team from that first idea all the way to the finish line. So what even is a creative brief? Honestly, the best way to think about it is as a blueprint. It lays out the mission, the goals, who you're talking to, and what you're trying to say. But here's the real magic. Its most important job is getting everybody to agree on that blueprint before any of the creative work actually begins. I absolutely love this phrase for it, the single source of truth, because that's exactly what it becomes. You know, when arguments pop up or someone has a brilliant new idea that could derail everything, you don't have to fight. You just go back to the brief. It's the ultimate referee. And this is so important to remember. A great brief isn't a list of rules designed to hold you back. It's a roadmap. It gives your team freedom to explore within a clear framework, making sure that from that first spark of an idea to the final product, you're always heading in the right direction. Okay, so we're all on board with why a brief is so critical. Now let's get into the fun part, the what. What are the essential ingredients that make a brief truly effective? These right here, these are the non-negotiables. You need a super clear objective, a real understanding of your audience and your competition, one single powerful message, the main benefit for your customer, and a clear call to action. You nail these things and you are well on your way. First up, the objective. And you have to be really honest with yourself here. Why are we even doing this? And maybe more importantly, what does a win actually look like? If you can't define success at the very beginning, you're kind of just hoping for the best.
Next, let's talk audience. And please, I'm begging you, don't just write down millennials. We have to go deeper. Demographics, that's the basic stuff, like age and location. Behaviors are what they do. But psychographics? That's the why. What motivates them? What do they truly care about? You can't really talk to someone if you don't get what makes them tick.
Now, this one can be tough. You have to take everything you want to say and boil it down to one single thing. If your audience only remembers one idea from this entire project, what do you want it to be? It's hard, for sure, but it is so, so important. I know it might feel a little overwhelming, but don't worry. We can actually break this whole writing process down into something way more manageable. Let's walk through a simple, 4-step framework that makes it so much easier. So here's the game plan. Step 1, you set the stage, just the basics, the what and the why. Step 2, you figure out the landscape, who you're talking to and who you're up against. Step 3 is where you craft the message, what you're going to say and what you want them to do. And finally, step 4, you plan the rollout. How's this thing going to get out into the world? See? Totally doable. All right, you ready for a tip that is an absolute game changer? To find your key message, just ask yourself one simple question. So what? Like, we're launching this new app. So what? Why should anybody care? The answer to that question, that is your key message. It's a brilliant little trick to force you to see things from your audience's point of view.
Okay, so you've done it. You've written this amazing, clear, powerful brief. High five. But now what? In this last section, let's talk about how to turn that piece of paper into a real-world win. Because a brief isn't meant to just sit in a drawer somewhere. First things first, don't get obsessed with the format. As you can see, a brief can be anything from a simple one-page document to a whole presentation. What really matters is that it's clear and it gets the right conversation started. The format should serve the project, not the other way around.
And what's so cool is how versatile these things are. They're not just for giant marketing campaigns. You can use a brief for a new product launch, a website redesign, even an internal company project. Basically, if something needs clarity and focus, a brief can help.
So when you boil it all down, what's the ultimate payoff? It's simple, really. It's about getting everyone on the same page. It's about avoiding all that chaos and confusion. And most importantly, it's about empowering your creative team to do their absolute best work. And that's how you get incredible results.
So I'm going to leave you with a challenge. Think about what you're working on right now. What's the first project you're going to completely transform with a clear, focused, and powerful creative brief? Think about it and then go make it happen. You've totally got this.